Since I started doing these videos, I've been approached by a lot of people that have started using Studio and they've had to have help with one issue or another. So rather than tackling each of those independently, I figured I would make a single video with some beginner tips so that those who are starting out with Studio can have a smoother time of it. When you first get into Studio, it can be daunting because there are so many options. So I'm going to break it down into 10 different things that will hopefully help you out in the process of learning Studio, just to help you out on easing your path to learning it. Just to let you know, for those that don't know, I am a freelance Lego commission designer, which means I can take your design and turn it into reality in brick form. I've done all sorts of designs from business to personal and large to small. So if you have a project in mind that you would like to commission me for, my contact information is in the description below. As well, I produce instructions for other Lego designers, so if you have a mock that you wish to have instructions produced for, you can get in touch as well. Also, don't forget about the Studio Lego Designers Facebook community. We have over 1,500 members now, and it keeps growing every day. There are lots of great conversations going on and people asking and getting answers to their questions, and others displaying their works they've created in Studio, as well as lots of people sharing files and being able to help one another out. So it is a fantastic resource for anybody that uses Studio. I've covered a lot of these already in different videos, but to make it easier for beginners, I'm going to quickly touch on them here. If there's anything that you want to look into more in depth, you can go to the playlist and search the videos up there. Number 1, if you take out a couple of bricks, normally they'll just lock together, no problem at all. But sometimes if your snap is turned off and you go to add some bricks on, they just won't click in properly, and you might get lucky once or twice, but then you'll get something like this where there's a divot or things just won't line up. That is almost always because your snap is turned off. Number 2, if you try to put a block in and you see the shadow and it won't fit in where you want it to, it's typically because there is a collision happening somewhere. It might not be as obvious as this. It could be just a small part that is pushing on another part that is not allowing the connection to take place. So if you turn your collision off, place the part that you want, and then turn the collision back on, you can see where that collision would happen. And from there you can make the necessary adjustments. Number 3, let's say you're building away and you start copying, pasting some parts, and then your ground disappears and you don't know what happened to it. And you can't orient your model because the base level has disappeared. If that happens, you've probably pressed Control B, which controls whether or not the base is viewed. A bonus tip, if you always want your base level to be on the bottom of the model like it is here, notice whenever I move those bricks down, the base level drops. If you go to Edit, Preferences, and select the option to automatically adjust the ground elevation, the base level will always go down to the bottom of your model. Number 4, this question will invariably crop up at some time when you want to add some flexible parts to your model and they just won't cooperate. They go all sorts of different funky ways, and it is really hard to control where the curves go. This is a actual problem with Studio itself. It isn't something you're doing. Studio does not handle flexible elements very well. You can do some minor curves with them, but typically the best bet is to use a different program called LDCAD. I've done a video in the past showing how to use LDCAD to make curves and to bring them into Studio. Number 5. After you've done your design in Studio, you're probably going to want to get a parts list. In order to do that, you can go to Model Info, and beside the name of the model, there is a little box with an arrow on it. If you click that, it will give you a .csv file that you can open up and view your parts. Number 6, this is another 2-for-1. So you are building along and you intend to build this thing in real life, and you're going along and it's looking great. The colors are exactly how you want them, and then you realize that those colors don't exist in real life, so you're going to have to go through and start changing things now. So this could mean a lot of time lost, because now you have to go and look for different parts that are going to work in the way that you want them to. If you want to avoid this happening, what you can do is go click on the color palette, and then you can click the option to hide unavailable colors, and then you will only see the bricks available in that color. The other option with that is, if you want the part but you're not too concerned about the color, you can click on the color, and then on the top right hand you can just go down and select a color that brick is available in. Along the same vein, you may be wondering where all the parts with stickers and decals are on them, because they're not on your build palette. If you click on the decorated bricks option that is right beside the color option here, then you will get all the bricks with the decals and stickers on them. Number 7. Sometimes your screen up here is really tiny and you can't figure out what is going on, and something's going wrong with it and you can't build that way. That is because you've pressed the tab key, and that has opened up the building palette window much larger than it usually is. This is actually a useful feature because you can scan through the parts much quicker with a big window. If this does happen as well, you can just click off and it will open up the screen. Alternatively, you might be faced with this where you have no panels at all. Again, this was a simple key error. If you press Control/ or question mark, it will pop all of your side panels back in. The next few tips will help you increase your speed a bit when you are designing. Number 8. Say you've built a nice box and you want to get into the part of the model inside to work on it in there. To do that, you'll have to take the pieces off and work at it like that. Alternatively, you can make your life easy and use the hide tool, which will just hide those bricks, and then we can get into our inner surface. If you want to see those bricks again, all you have to do is click on the show all on the top right hand side of your viewport. Number 9 is using the select tool to grab the bricks that you want rather than trying to select them out individually. You can grab the bricks by color, so in this instance only grabbing the brown bricks, or by type, so you're grabbing all of the 2x4 bricks including the black ones, or by type and color, so this way you're only selecting the black 2x4 bricks. Or you can also do it by selection, where you grab all of the bricks that are connected together. And if you use this in conjunction with the connect tool, which I'm going to talk about next, you can grab one part of the model that is not connected to the other and use the connect tool to bring them together. And the last thing is to invert the selection, which will grab everything excluding the thing you currently have selected. And finally, number 10 is using the connect tool. This one is a real game changer. It will definitely make your design time so much easier. So if we have this part here and we want it to put on top of there, if we click on the connected option for the select tool, like I mentioned, and then click the connect option and click anywhere along the bottom of this plate and bring that over to the top of this plate, you will connect those two parts together seamlessly. Hopefully this video has helped you out resolve some issues with Studio if you are having any. I know there isn't a lot of documentation out there, and it would have been really nice to have a video like this when I started using Studio, so I'm happy to pass that knowledge on to you. Thank you so much for watching. If this video has helped you out, please take the time to like and subscribe and share it around. I know there's a lot of people that are interested in using Studio, and these videos really have helped a lot of people to be able to get into using Studio for their designs. In my next video, I'm going to be going back to Part Designer and show you how to create your own parts with Part Designer. So I hope you join me for that. Thanks so much. Have a fantastic day. Keep dreaming of bricks. Bye-bye.